Hey guys, this clip that you're going to watch, I am embarrassed to say, this congressperson is from Colorado. I am from Colorado. I'm embarrassed. I don't know how she got elected. She is dumber than a box of rocks. No, I can't say that. Okay. She is behind the times, but she's questioning the CEO of TikTok. And the entire hearing is supposed to be whether or not China is a threat to our national security. Like watching our military and watching our congresspeople and watching people where they can infiltrate our national security and spy on us. And when you hear this lady, you're going to go, oh my goodness, why is she asking the questions she's asking? So, watch it and then let me know what you think. Do you think she has the right questions to figure out whether or not we should ban TikTok for our national security? Watch.
The lady from
Okay.
Colorado, Ms. DeGette, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Mr. Chu, like my colleagues, I'm concerned about the influence of China on TikTok and what that does for U.S. users. But I'm also concerned about how the content in TikTok is being distributed, particularly to young people. This is not a problem unique to TikTok, but TikTok has 150 million users in the United States. And so I think you'll agree that TikTok has a particular responsibility to monitor content to make sure that it's safe and accurate. Would that be fair to say?
Of course,
Yes,
they
I
all
agree with
do.
that.
So, I know you said in your opening statement there's a ban or limited for kids under 13 and under 18 and so on. But I know it won't be news for you that computer savvy kids actually can bypass some of those restrictions quite frequently.
course.
And they can do it even if they have parental oversight. And so what I want to ask you is rather than putting the burden on young people and parents to accurately put in the birth date and so on when registering for TikTok, I want to ask you what
such an
TikTok
idiot.
can do to make sure to monitor this content. And I want to give you some
Oh my goodness. Mrs. DeGette, you are so stupid. Oh, did I say that? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, you guys, when you're a parent, you are in charge of your children. If you're not in charge of your children, that is your fault. Okay? If you let them just go out and do whatever they want, I mean, where's the line drawn between the government and other companies taking control of our kids when we should have control of our kids? This is a typical person that's in government that's going, we know what we need to teach your kids. We know what we need to, how you need to behave with your kids. We know how, and the parent has no rights. Parent has no rights to their kids. We can put them in school and we can take them over and, have abortions, and we can take them over and they can get operations behind your back, and we can take them, we can teach them about all kinds of stuff, right? It's like, my child has a headache. Can you give them an aspirin? Oh no, we can't give them an aspirin. We can have them go out and have surgeries and stuff without you knowing, but there's no aspirin. They can't have any. We cannot give them aspirin. That you would have to bring an aspirin to us, and so I would have to take an aspirin to my kid in school when they have a headache because they refuse to do that. I mean, the madness, the non-common sense that has. And she's sitting here saying, hey, TikTok, without having to put the burden on the parents because we've taken away the parents' rights, we want you to make sure that everybody's responsible. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I mean, this little question that she has brings up more in me than just TikTok. I don't want people like that in Congress. TikTok, it's not TikTok's job to monitor my kid. I need to be able to monitor my kid and figure out whether or not he will have TikTok, number one. Maybe look at his TikTok. I don't know. There's so many different ways you can monitor that. Go.
Some examples of some of the extreme content. Mr. Latta talked about the blackout challenge and some of the dangers to young people's safety, but there's also extreme content around healthcare information. In one study, 13 out of 20 results for the question, does mugwort induce abortion? It talked about herbal so-called abortifacients like papaya seeds, which don't work. And so if people searching for information on safe abortions went on TikTok, they could get devastatingly incorrect information. Another study showed that TikTok had a hydroxychloroquine tutorial on how to fabricate this from grapefruit. Now, there's two problems with that. Number one, hydroxychloroquine is not effective in treating COVID, so that's one issue. The second issue is you can't even make hydroxychloroquine from grapefruit. So again, this is a really...
I am embarrassed, you people. I'm embarrassed, you guys. I live in Colorado, and this Miss DeGette is so clueless. Why? She's talking to the CEO of TikTok, and her concern is hydroxychloroquine, bad information out there. You see how ridiculous that is? Hydroxychloroquine? You can't get hydroxychloroquine. And if somebody made up something about getting a seed out of a grapefruit and that maybe you can get hydroxychloroquine out of it, who cares? That's just stupidity. Why does the government have to come in and go, hey, TikTok, you need to make sure that somebody doesn't give out false information? This is exactly what they did with Twitter. This is exactly what they do with Facebook and YouTube. Do you know, I had a viral video I put a little short up, and I got, let's see, what did I get? Like 12,000 views in 5 minutes, okay? And then it went blank and had 0 views. And I went, that's really weird. They literally, somebody within the social media site that I put it on, I think it was YouTube, can't remember, literally canceled my video. And it wasn't even political. It was like a comedy thing. But since somebody didn't agree with whatever that message was, they canceled it off of there. And that's exactly what she's trying to say, is I want you to push my agenda, her agenda of whatever that is, so that TikTok has to now push her agenda. Oh, these lawmakers is driving me nuts, man. This is not your typical old guy reaction. I'm usually happy listening to music. But when you're an old guy and you have all this experience and you lived a life and you see stupidity coming out and people losing common sense, and then you watch a movie like Idiocracy, you realize that we are living idiocracy right now. Go.
Serious miscommunication about healthcare information that people looking at TikTok are able to get, and in fact, it's being pushed out to them. So I want to know from you,
I'm
and I will
embarrassed.
give you time to answer this. You have current controls, but the current controls are not working to keep this information mainly from young people, but from Americans in general. What more?
He's writing down right now. Keep kids from hydroxychloroquine false information, because it's really important to Mrs. DeGette.
Is TikTok doing to try to strengthen its review, to keep this information from coming
He's
across
acting,
to
oh, this
people?
is serious.
Thank you for the question.
This is serious, yeah. Let me,
Congresswoman. The
Okay.
dangerous misinformation that you mentioned is not allowed on our platform. It violates
Mm-hmm.
them.
I'm sorry to report, it is on
right.
your platform, though.
Congresswoman, I
Oh,
don't think I can sit
well.
here and say that we are perfect in doing this. We do work very hard.
How can you make yourself more perfect? I don't want you to say it's not there, or you apologize.
More perfect.
What can you do to limit it as much as possible, more than what you're doing now?
We invest a significant amount
Takat.
in our content moderation work. I shared that number in my written.
I know
testimony.
you're investing,
Yes.
but what steps are you taking to improve the AI or whatever else you're doing?
Nothing.
To limit this content?
For example, if you search for certain search terms, we do direct you on TikTok to safety resources. That's one of the things we have done. We will continue to invest in this. I recognize and fully align with you that this is a problem that faces our industry, that we need to really invest and address. This, I'm very in alignment. The vast majority of our users come to our platform for entertaining, safe.
This is why people think that in Colorado we still drive on dirt roads. Because we have people like this that are so old and so ridiculous, they don't even have any common sense anymore. And so they're like, what about hydroxychloroquine? I mean, it doesn't cure COVID. Wait, wasn't COVID like 3 years ago? Or like, wasn't that a long time ago? I mean, we're still talking about hydroxychloroquine and COVID. And she's concerned about that. Oh, they're so far behind in Colorado, they probably still drive horse and buggy on dirt roads because it's finally getting to them. You know, I mean, it came from California and it's slowly getting to Colorado, and they're starting to read their papyrus reads and their scrolls and seeing what's going on now with hydroxychloroquine. Ugh, Mr. Get. Go!
Content, but there are people who do spout some dangerous misinformation, and we need to take that very seriously, invest in it, proactively identify it, and remove it from our platform.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right now. I asked you specifically how you're trying to increase your review of this, and you gave me only generalized statements that you're investing, that you're concerned, that you're doing more. That's not enough for me. That's not enough for the parents of America. I'm going to ask you to
What's he
supplement your
supposed to say?
testimony and have your experts tell me what you're doing to make this a higher level of scrutiny, not just pablum at a hearing. Thank you. I yield back.
Thank you.
Lady yields back.
Okay, Shoo-Choo, that's what you need to say now. You need to say, okay, we're going to get our horse and buggies and we're going to go out to Colorado and we're going to give you a new motorized vehicle, Mr. Get. And that should take care of the technology barrier that you have right now. So there you go. Congressman from Colorado, where I live, asking questions about hydroxychloroquine. When was the last time you heard that? Back in like 2021, maybe 2020, end of 2020, a little bit into 2021. You see how far behind we are in Colorado? We are just getting the movies that you had 2 years ago. Obviously, this congressman is just finding out there's misinformation on the internet. Anyway, till the next time, peace.